And the acceleration is, frankly, just outrageous for what's fundamentally a family SUV.
Okay, so the 2026 Tesla Model Y Performance, it's finally here, well, orderable anyway in Australia, and it really throws up a big question, doesn't it? Is this nearly $90,000 beast, hypercar quick, actually necessary for Tesla? Or is it just like showing off against the competition? That's what we're diving into today, unpacking all these
Yeah,
upgrades.
it's fascinating, and they're definitely committed. Orders are open now, starting at $89,400 AUD. That's before the on-road costs, of course. Deliveries, though, you'll be waiting a bit late. Q4 2025 is the estimate. And crucially for Australia, this one's coming from Gigafactory Berlin.
Berlin, okay, that's a change. Now let's talk speed because the numbers are, well, they're staggering. 343 kilowatts and 0 to 100 kilometers in just 3.5 seconds. That's faster than the old one.
I can't undersell just how quick this car is. Let me put it into perspective for you, right? I think that if you pulled up to a set of traffic lights next to a Ferrari SF90 and a Lamborghini Revuelto, they wouldn't beat you off the line. I mean, they'd have to be bouncing off the rev limiter with launch control active and staring at that green light to get their reaction point to the point where they can beat you. But even then, I think they'd struggle.
But here's the kicker. Apparently, if you actually use that power aggressively, it can feel really jerky, so much so that the review actually recommended keeping it in chill mode for like 90% of your driving.
Wait, what? So it's got this insane speed, but you should dial it back most of the time. Is that just unusable power then? If you're only meant to unleash it 10% of the time, how do you, justify the performance badge and the price tag? Okay, maybe the looks help.
Yeah.
Let's talk visual differences.
They definitely want you to see it's the top dog. You get new styling front and rear, different fascias, air ducts. You've got the red brake calipers peeking through.
Yeah.
And those really distinctive 21-inch Arachnid 2.0 wheels.
Yeah.
And notice the stance. The rear tires are wider now.
Hmm.
275s at the back versus 255s up front.
Yeah.
Gives a more, planted look.
Right, more aggressive.
Exactly. Plus the standard carbon fiber lift spoiler on the back and the performance badge. Naturally, it screams flagship.
Okay, so it looks the part. But I think for a lot of potential buyers, the real battle wasn't just speed, it was refinement. People complained the older Model Y could feel a bit harsh, a bit bumpy, especially on Aussie roads. So this new adaptive suspension, that sounds like the big news here.
Oh, absolutely. This is probably the most significant upgrade for everyday driving. The handling dynamics are seriously reworked. You've got this adaptive suspension now with standard, sport, and even track settings. Plus, they've updated the chassis hardware, new springs, stabilizer bars, different geometry, and you can tweak the stability assist to standard, reduced, or fully off.
So you can actually tailor the ride now. That's good. And does it feel more refined, less noise, less vibration?
Yeah, the NVH noise, vibration, harshness is reportedly much better. They've used acoustic class, which helps quieten things down inside, makes it feel more cocooned. And crucially, despite all that power, the range is still pretty impressive. The official WLTP figure is 580 kilometers.
580. Wow, okay. How does that compare to the long range?
It's only about 12 kilometers less. So, yeah, efficiency is still a major Tesla strength, even on their performance model.
That's good to hear. And inside, what's new in the cabin?
You definitely see the flagship treatment inside, too. New front sport seats, for starters. They've got bigger side banisters for support, plus heating, ventilation, and even power extendable cushions under your thighs.
Ah, nice. Ventilated seats are a big plus.
Definitely. And the main screen is bigger. It's now 16 inches, and they say it has 80% more pixels, so sharper graphics. There's also some new carbon fiber look trim, which, lifts the ambiance a bit.
Okay. But it's still that minimalist Tesla vibe, right? Wipers on the screen, drive selection on the screen.
Yep, that core philosophy hasn't changed. Still very screen dependent.
So let's wrap this up. The takeaway seems to be the new Model Y performance is definitely quicker, yes, but also, importantly, more refined. It's better equipped inside, looks sharper outside. It feels like a proper flagship upgrade to keep Tesla ahead of the curve.
It certainly ticks a lot of boxes. But it brings us back to that interesting question, maybe something for you to think about. If Tesla has engineered this family SUV to be so mind-blowingly fast that the recommendation is actually don't use the speed most of the time, does that extreme performance, which might be unusable day-to-day, still serve a real purpose for you, the buyer? Or is it mainly about Tesla proving its tech credentials, making a statement against all the other EVs popping up? A bit of a technological flex, like you said.